All right, so March 18th, I started this project and it has come a long way. Like, I don't know if you've seen the first version or were able to play the first version of the game, but I'm going with a completely different route. I want to save that version of the game, the main story version, uh, for when I have more knowledge, because I know nothing when it comes to game development. I don't know anything about coding. I just use assets and edit them. Like, this is a giant template that I used. Um, but it's come a long way. But I now have a character select and all that, so that's cool. I'm gonna eventually see how to make skins and hats and stuff. But there's still a lot more to add. But I'll basically go over like a quick demo of what it is. So as you can tell, it plays a lot different. But there's a lot I want to add to this game. It's just a lacking of knowledge because again, I don't know anything, so I'm gonna find someone who can help me with that. And yeah, and there's a lot of balancing issues I have to do with this level. Like it's random generation, so it's really hard to balance it. But I'd like to add different power ups and a bunch of other things that I need to add a lot more animation so the hoarder's not just running. Like when you die, she's still running, and that's a little bit of an issue. And I also want to add more dynamic death animations and stuff, like have different audio so she's making a noise when she's running and stuff. And it'd be nice if I could have another shop so you can buy the levels so they're not just automatically unlocked. But it'd also be nice to have a buy to revive option available too. So like when you die, you have the option to use the frags you've collected and revive yourself back. I was thinking maybe it'd be dependent on how many you've collected on that level instead of from your total amount. So you can't just so you actually need to be able to be collecting frags as well in order to have a chance to revive or to revive. But again, that just boils down to lack of knowledge and I don't code and there's just a lot to do. So well, and even just here, you can look, if you look carefully, the shadow is a little cropped out here, and there's two spawning on top. Like, there's just a lot of things that I don't even know how to fix or how to balance them. But I'm going to do as much as I can with the knowledge that I have on this version of the game before I make anything else. And I'm not going to open up donations or Patreon or any of that things so you guys can support me. I'm going to wait until I actually need help before doing any of that because I want to take my time on this project and I want it to be the best that it can possibly be. And I'm not going to rush just because people want me to make the game or whatever. You guys can play the beta. I don't recommend you playing it. I prefer for everyone to wait till the game's done, but I know a lot of people like to see it as it goes on. But just keep in mind it's still in development and what might be a feature now might change later down the road. And now you have iOS. I've been trying, but the iOS is very complicated. You see, Android, it's all a matter of copy, paste, boom, it's done. Build file done, completed. But iOS, I need enable to just test it. I need to get myself an iPhone or use someone's iPhone. I need their IP number or whatever, their Apple number and stuff. There's so much complicated stuff that I have to do just to be able to test it alone. So iOS won't be available till the game is done and refined a bit more. Then I'll be able to make an iOS version, so I can't play and talk at the same time. But so I know you're excited for those who are on iOS. You just gotta be patient. I mean, again, I still prefer for everyone to wait until the game's actually done before playing. But for the time being, I'm going to be working on this game. I'm going to try and make more YouTube videos and upload more. And in the meantime, I'm going to make comics to kind of tell you guys more about the stories to introduce the characters a bit more, and I'll work on that. And I'm just gonna do small little updates for this game because, again, I don't want to rush this project. I know you guys are all excited, but you're gonna have to be patient. I want to do the best that I can do. But these comics will introduce the story a bit more, introduce the characters, and I think you guys will really enjoy them. I'm still working on them. It's gonna be a while before I release that, so I'll hopefully release another patch here. Who knows when? I'm currently taking a break because I've been working nonstop on this project, and I haven't taken a single break yet. So for the next couple of weeks or so, maybe a week, who knows, maybe just a few days, I'm gonna just take a break until I feel like doing it because I don't want it to wear me out. But yeah, that's basically all that I caught up to. I'm gonna start making a video of each release note and upload more. But if anyone's interested to help me edit and all that, that would be much appreciated. But yeah, there's tons of volunteer work that if anyone wants to do, or if you're looking to get hired for anything, but I'm gonna take volunteers first, obviously. But if there's a department that you think you could help me up, like anyone who can mimic my art style would be helpful. I will probably pay for that, regardless. Uh, but if you could mimic or animate better, I will definitely pay for any of those art stuff. And anyone who can code would be amazing help. Uh, Again, I prefer volunteers first over anything or just anything to help. But if I have to pay, then I have to, but I will do as much as I can by myself first before I hire anyone. But yeah, if thank you all for following me for this long, and thanks you all for the support.